I made the statement today, and I think from what I'm listening to and the people I'm talking to, and it's that family of people I talk to is getting wider by the day. I think, Sensei, and this might go against what you believe, but I think the day will come, and it won't be that far away. Crypto will all go away, other than the useful stuff. When just like when everything comes out, when everything starts, there's all the crazy versions of it, right? Everyone's running around creating a version of it until it settles down and becomes what it is. Just like we had Betamax became VHS, even though Betamax was better, and we had tapes and CDs, and now we have digital music. We all know, and we've seen it now, clearly, RLUSD being adopted by institutions to replace fiat to move money around. When every bank and when every institution and everybody's got RLUSD on some app on their phone and they're using that to transfer money, which is why Bitcoin was invented, if you believe the white paper, what it was supposed to be, even though Bitcoin can't do it, right? That's what it was invented for, Satoshi said. So because it gets exciting and everyone then was able to create versions of it with all the fart coins and the binky bonks, right down to XRP, whatever. Some good, some bad, not some indifferent, right? It gave everyone the chance to trade stuff, and just like trading cards or trading stamp collections, gave everyone the chance to play with money, and people did, and they made money, and some people lost money. But when we adopt the system and it finally grows up and becomes what it was invented for, which is already happening, like RLUSD, and you can move money around, and everyone's got digital currency, and every system's built in, and it's quite normal. It's not rock and roll anymore. It's not dangerous anymore. It's not weird. It's not odd. It's not scary. It's not like all unregulated or what's going on. It's all completely organized. There's no point in everything else. I think you'll end up with having the digital gold, like Bitcoin, maybe XRP and a few others, whatever. But essentially, 99% will go away and it'll just fade out to nothing, and you'll end up with just a proper useful system, and you won't require it. And people will just lose interest in it, and it won't feel the need. There will always be something they can, basically swap and trade as if it's gambling. That'll always exist. We can bet on how many clouds in the sky every day if you want. I'm sure somebody will create an app for that. But I think once crypto grows up, which it's just about doing now, it'll be very, very different in the future, and there won't be millions of coins. And if there are, the volume will be so low, there'll be no interest in it at all. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I completely agree on that. And that's also one of the reasons why I've been sort of advocating, if you want to use that word, for crypto over the last 4 years, is because seeing all of this going on, it tells you we are early. Sometimes you can use the analogy of the .com era, where there was just the internet was new, everyone wanted to get involved in it. They were putting .com at the end of their names. They were doing anything to do with the internet, and these companies might not have been making money. They probably weren't doing anything useful. However, their valuations were going to absurd levels. But that's were still amazing times to buy Amazon, Apple, all these companies. But that was about 90% of them went away and got bankrupt, and their valuations dropped a hell of a lot. So it does mean we are early, but not early for all the coins, early for maybe 5-10 coins. And that's why I think if you're investing in the long term in crypto, it's actually harder than people think. It's not just you can pick 10-20 coins and you'll be fine. A lot of these coins will go to zero, and in 10 years time, I mean, this is a controversial thing to say, but XRP I think is probably one of the most useful coins, but I need to keep a close eye on XRP, because maybe in 10 years time, there is a better coin, there is a better technology. We are still 10-15 years into crypto, and if I don't keep looking at and trying to understand the market and trying to understand all these utility coins, there might be a better XRP around the corner. An XRP, I don't want to get married to, even though I love the technology and it's the best out there, and I think it's the best crypto coin right now. Because the industry is so new, in 10 years time there could be a better XRP. So even I'm not even saying, okay, I'm going to hold XRP until I'm 100 years old, because it's such a new technology, it's such a new industry that you have to be very, very you have to be basically listening to all the news. You have to be updating your portfolio once a year if you're a really long-term investor, just so you can understand what is still being innovated. Is it still the best coin? It's so new. And that's why I think you can probably make a lot of money out of the crypto industry. But as you said, probably 98% of the coins that are in existence today won't be in existence in 10 years' time. There might be some other random coins in existence in 10 years' time, because as you said, there'll always be random coins and people wanting to make money. But in 10 years from then, they're probably not going to be in existence. And there'll be a very, very small fraction of coins. And I do think XRP will be part of it. I do think Bitcoin will stick around. Don't know about Ethereum. Maybe Solana's the new Ethereum. People are moving their money from Ethereum to Solana. You don't know. These things change very, very rapidly. And I don't want anyone to get married to any tokens. I love XRP, but I'm even saying XRP might not be around in 10 years' time if there's a better technology. I do think it will. I don't think anyone. I think they've got a good head start, and there's a big company backing it. So, but I'm just making that point that there might we are so early, and if XRP is not going to be around, why would the number 50 cryptocurrency be around in 10 years? Why would the number 200 cryptocurrency? Why would the 2000th largest market cap crypto be around in 5-10 years' time? It probably won't. It most likely won't. Yeah.
That's why I enjoy and embrace our relationship so much, because you look at it, even though, no one's more bullish in XRP than you, we know that. You look at it the way I look at science and the way scientists look at science. Why science is such a great thing? Because we don't live in the dark ages where someone announces that everyone who's got brown hair must be a witch. And we walk around going, she's a witch, burn her at the stake. That's a bit silly. We know now that doesn't work. She probably wasn't a witch, so let's not do that. We like science because what science does is it looks at something, tests it again, and if it keeps coming out with the same answer, then it makes sense that that's the conclusion. But science always keeps an open mind that it may get it wrong, and it reassesses itself and relearns and adapts itself. And that's how science gets it right more than gets it wrong. It knows it can get it wrong, and it's constantly challenging and learning from itself. So we know the world is a sphere. It's round. It's not flat. We keep checking and testing, and we know these things. And I think they're doing the same thing, which not a lot of crypto enthusiasts and gamblers do. They get a name they like, sounds cool. A lot of their mates talk about it. They build a social platform around it, and they like the icon or the name of the XRP. It's got that sort of, cool sounding sort of title. I mean, Fartcoin sounds like a joke. XRP sounds like some sort of space.
And it's so cheap. It's only $1.
It's only $1, so it must be good, right? It's better than Bitcoin. It's $1. We had someone on the show the other day going, can XRP go to Bitcoin? That $100,000. I said, not in a billion years, because the market cap would be the market cap of the universe. So it doesn't make any sense. Person didn't get it. I think it can. Bitcoin did. Yeah, all right. Okay. That's like my can of Coke's going to go to a gazillion, bajillion, blah, blah, blah dollars just because I said it. All right. No, it ain't. Right. So anyway, I like that. The fact that you are so XRP, but yet you're also looking at the science of it, the facts of it. And that's why you keep winning. That's why your trades are right. That's why your calls are right. And I'm looking at it the same. It's about, for you, it's the charts and the technicals. Me, it's the human relationships and the fundamentals. You put together the two, we must win 99 times out of 100. Because we're not emotionally attached to it. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science what's going on today with the government playing silly games. It's not rocket science. Inflation's either up or it ain't. We know what the rate is. There's a way to calculate it. We're not guessing, right? So it's great you think like that, and I'm not surprised you said that, but it's great to hear someone so XRP is saying, yeah, maybe next year there'll be something better than XRP and I'll be all into that. And that's what you should be, not just married to the same thing forever. Imagine if you said that about VHS and then, DVD came out. I still like my VHS. Well, you're wrong, aren't you?
Yeah, imagine if you've only got, if you go back 20 years and whatever was in the S&P 500 20 years ago, you're still holding now. It would be a bad investment, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So 90% of the Russell won't be around in 10 years. That's just the way it is. They go bust. 90% of that. Yeah, there's companies now that we used to think were the greatest companies in the world that don't exist anymore. They might be rattling around in some little tin somewhere with 3 shareholders or something. I don't know. I remember MySpace. MySpace could not possibly be. There's been so many great companies. Was it? I can't remember now. There's a few I've recently been looking at. Was it Kodak? It was a big trader. Nokia was a big trading company. I think it still exists. But it's just, some little private company now and just it doesn't do anything anymore. But yeah, I mean, you can't just assume. That's why I like the S&P, because people that know more about it than I do have said, this stock is now rubbish. We're taking that out. And this stock is doing better. We're putting that in. And I didn't even have to worry about it. I now own Palantir. I think Palantir and TPL came in a few weeks ago. And I forget what went out. But when I looked at it, it made sense that what came in was good and what was rubbish went out, and it's good. Those businesses still exist; they're just not in my portfolio anymore. Thank you very much, because they weren't doing any business. Makes sense, right?